Welcome to Sports Talk.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Nick.
I'm Mike.
I'm Talking About Sports. Instead, we're going to be going over the Miami Dolphins 2021 NFL draft grade. Mike, Miami, Brian Flores, trying to bring this team around, drafting Tua last year, trying to build some pieces around Tua, bringing in a former teammate named Jalen Waddle. What do you think about the first pick right away? Hop right into it.
I don't like it. I don't care for Jalen Waddle being the sixth overall pick in this draft. I think that there was a better receiver I think there were a couple better receivers on the board personally. I think Jalen Waddle's a speed threat. I think he's got all the ability to be good, but can he stay on the field? That's the thing I question. He's got an injury history, and we've seen these Alabama speedster Henry Ruggs' injury history completely underachieved. I'm not saying that's going to be the case with Jalen Waddle. And then you got to think about Tua. Can Tua get Jalen Waddle the football? So you got to sit here and you got to think about all these things. I didn't care for Jalen Waddle not high-fiving or hugging anybody, just getting up there and walking to the stage. Didn't care for that. Makes me question his attitude. I like him as a prospect. He can definitely run, but the injuries scare me. I'm not a humongous fan of the pick, but I understand the Dolphins need more weapons on offense. So it was definitely a need, but I don't love it.
Yeah. Look, I got written down right here. This kid's electric, but there are some things that I cannot see on film because of it. He's super fast and very agile. I do not see him high point the ball often. Very rarely do I see him have to beat press coverage.
Open in college.
Yep. So I said right there, I don't see him high point. I don't see him beat press coverage. And he is fast, so I don't see him break many tackles, right? He just flies by everybody. I don't see him breaking tackles either. His speed is great. Route running is good enough. He is a speedster, but going to make many question marks. Solid player for sure. Not many stats either over 3 seasons I saw. Wasn't a lot of the production done in those 3 seasons. Look, he was my 6th ranked receiver. I'm pretty sure he went second of the receivers.
He did. He was my 4th ranked receiver.
He was my 6th ranked receiver. I had guys along the lines of Tylan Wallace, Devontae Smith, Rashad Bateman, Jamar Chase, Diami Brown, all above Jalen Waddle. Devontae Smith, I was a huge fan of, but I know that he made that comment towards Tua, so you probably don't want to do it. You want to make Tua feel, and I projected this pick. I thought this is what they were going to go with my mock draft because I said, well, they're probably going to go with a Alabama receiver. And I said, Devontae Smith said that Mac Jones was better. So there's no way they're going to take Devontae Smith. Therefore, it's going to be Jalen Waddle. Go with Jalen Waddle. I don't feel like he was the best guy. He is explosive. He's electric is the word I used. But fast. When you're fast in college, you don't really get to see much. Now, high point of the football. Henry Ruggs high point of the football. Jalen Waddle doesn't do a lot of that. I didn't really get to see him break a lot of tackles either. So it's very interesting. I grade this one a B-. Let's hop right into the next one. Jalen Phillips, go ahead.
I love Jalen Phillips. I think he was my 2nd ranked defensive end, if I'm correct. I think this is a good pick. I think he's going to step in and make an impact immediately. I don't have many negatives for Jalen Phillips, so we'll start with them first. He had one phenomenal year. That's the thing. People are calling him a one-year wonder. From what I saw, though, he does everything pretty well, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. And he's not the fastest guy. I don't know what he ran for a 40 off the top of my head, but he's a big guy. He's 6'5", 266 I have him listed as. So do you really have to be the fastest guy in the world at that size? I think he's a good athlete. I think he's got an excellent motor on him. And he's got great burst to the ball. I can keep going, but I'm not going to bore you. I do like this Jalen Phillips pick. I was a big fan of these Miami Hurricanes defensive ends this year.
Yeah. Look, if you were asking about his 40, he ran a 4.58. That ranks second.
Not terrible for his size.
That ranks third out of all the edge rushers this year. Edge rushers, that's outside linebackers. And I just listed as edge. Guys that he fell behind was Jason Oweh and Kwity Paye were the only 2 that he lost to. And he lost to Kwity Paye by 0.01. So, look, Jalen Phillips was my 2nd best edge rusher in this year's draft, in my opinion. So he's an absolute monster with a great finesse move. Inside or outside, he seems to be a great pass rusher. That means that you line him up as a 1 technique, as a 3, however you want, okay? Anywhere on the field, interior, on the edge, however, right? He can play defensive tackle is basically what I'm trying to say. Here's another thing. Not an amazing run stuffer is the issue that I saw a lot of, but can stop the run on pure athleticism, right? He's not one of these guys that's great technique, but His athleticism's great. Listen, this guy was like a 5-star athlete, I'm pretty sure, coming out of high school. Pretty sure the reason why he wasn't so productive, Mike, pretty sure he had an injury problem that was career ending, I think. And then he got to reevaluate and then went to Miami and then did what he did. And I'm pretty sure that was the story there. I said, I think he's honestly going to be special. I had him ranked second, only behind Ronnie Perkins, who I really liked on film. Look, Jalen Phillips, man, this guy is the best athlete out of all the edge rushers, in my opinion. I really like what I saw. I'm going to give this one a B+. Very, very happy with this pick right here. Next guy, Mike, Javon Holland.
All right, now I love this pick too because Javon Holland was my number 1 safety. What was he? Your Nick? Your 2, Nick?
He was my number 2. He was almost my number 1, but he went 2.
Close, yes. He's very good. I think Javon Holland is very good. He's very, very versatile. You add him to a Dolphins defense that already creates a lot of turnovers and flies around. I think it's going to be extremely, extremely fun to watch. You watch his tape, he is just fast. He just looks fast on the field. I don't know. Do we have a 40 written down for him? That doesn't matter though because he plays fast.
4.47.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. And he plays fast. Like the 40, you could throw that out the window. I turn on the tape of Javon Holland, and he's just flying around the field. He's a great, great ball hawk. He can burst to close, break up a pass. I got one problem with him. I think I would like to see him become a little stronger, maybe put some muscle on because he seems thin to me. And I think if he goes up against a bigger tight end in the league and can get pushed around a little bit, that's the one problem I have with him. But I think he can cover well. I think he's good. I just want to see him get a little bit stronger, maybe put on some weight.
Yeah, and look, Javon Holland, man, he was my second-ranked safety. I had Trayvon Montgomery, but it was very close. I mean, you remember me saying I had Trayvon Montgomery ranked 1. I was moving Javon Holland up my board. And I said, Mike, right now, of a pure emotion, I would probably rank Holland at 1. But I said I don't want it just the last glimpse of him to be what I make him be moved up my board. So I kept Merrick at 1. And I put Holland at 2. And one thing I noticed, let me go over my notes. The very last lines, what really made him move up my board a lot. I said, this kid has a nose for the football. He jumps around really smoothly, right? But all of us knew that. That's like the number 1 thing you see when you watch him. He did rank, I was going to say, when you said 40 times, second out of all safeties, which is very good. I said, what impressed me the most, and this was a thing that was interesting, was his hard-hitting ability. He would come downhill and lay the wood. That's what impressed me. For some reason, I had this not bias, but I had this impression that he wasn't going to be able to hit hard or come up and wrap up and tackle. But when I watched him, he was a crazy good coming up, laying an absolute nice hit on the offensive player. Really good. Really good. I grade this one a B.
Yeah. Good pick.
All right. This guy, Liam Eichenberg. You scout him?
Yeah, yes, I did.
Go ahead.
He's a tackle from Notre Dame. Liam Eichenberg. I like this pick also because the Dolphins, I mean, obviously, a lot of people's mock drafts had Sewell going here, and I don't mind him waiting. What round is this? Is this the
This is the 4th round.
4th round? No, second round pick.
Oh, what am I saying? Yeah.
Yeah, I like this pick here. I had him ranked 7 out of offensive tackles in this draft. I think he's a good pass blocker. I think he sustains blocks well, plays hard and physical, strong hands. Good awareness, and the thing I like a lot about him, he's a good character guy, and he has a lot of experience playing. He was a 3-year starter for Notre Dame, so that's huge to me, very, very huge for me. But he does have some weaknesses. Again, he's an average athlete. He's not going to wow you as just a phenomenal athlete, which I have absolutely no problem with whatsoever. And I don't know how great he is in the run game. I saw most of the stuff I saw, he was excelling in the pass game. I don't think he's a phenomenal run blocker. I don't think he's a bad run blocker. He's probably about average. What do you have on that?
Yeah, for me, the thing about Liam Eichenberg, I'll tell you, well, let me just hop right into it because that's about all, right? Liam Eichenberg with me I had him ranked as my 3rd best offensive tackle. And here's the thing. He's very versatile. I saw him filming him play both left and right tackle, which is really nice to watch.
Yes, I did.
Here's what I said. I said, this guy's an absolute beast in both the run and pass game, gets the proper angles in the run game and can hurt the defender, right? So I saw him, like, for an example, let's just say we're doing an outside run, right? He would get to the linebacker, the edge guy, bang him in and hook him, right? Or if he's going to the linebacker, second level for some reason, disregarding the edge rusher, he would come up and hook the linebacker. Hooking is huge, right? So does not let anyone get around him in the pass game. He gets to the second level as well. I like what I saw a lot from this guy. I had him listed as, for my run and pass game, Mike, I did have him ranked as, now again, I had him as an A- in run blocking and an A- in pass blocking. And I'll be honest with you, the only guy I'm looking at right now that was honestly an all-around better blocker, I have Rashawn Slater as A-, A-. I have Liam Eichenberg as A-, A-, and then I have Penei Sewell as AA. And the thing about Liam Eichenberg that I do have listed, that out of those three, Penei Sewell, I had toughness as an A. He likes to run people into the ground. Rashawn Slater, I have as a B, and Liam Eichenberg, I also have as a B. So he's not like that really. He doesn't want to, run people into the ground, hit them after the whistle. Very clean guy, and that goes back to his character, right? He's a really nice guy. But the issue is sometimes like
NFL that can hurt you, not running the guy into the ground.
Yeah, no, yeah.
These linebackers are phenomenal athletes in the NFL. I mean, a lot of them he's facing in college are good too, but they're not all NFL linebackers. Yeah. That's the problem. I like to see him bulldoze guys completely over and finish the play. But the thing that I did read, he didn't allow a sack his senior season. I have this written down on my sheet, and he allowed only 3 quarterback hits and 9 hurries on 496 pass plays.
I love this guy. I wanted the Raiders to take him. Left tackle and right tackle, can play both. The first round, I would have took this guy in the first round. And we took Alex Leatherwood, who I had ranked as 12. I had this guy listed over Doris. So the only 2 guys that over him was Penei Sewell and Rashawn Slater, and he was number 3. And I have this pick as an A-, getting him in the second round. I think it's an absolute steal. All right, next guy, Hunter Lawrence.
Yeah, hold on.
This is your guy.
Right in from Boston College. I believe I had him ranked. I don't want to say something wrong, so give me a second to look.
I think you had him ranked pretty high.
He was my 4th ranked tight end. Just because I like this fit, I like this height, I like this length. Okay, he won contested catches consistently, and he got into a good position too. He would find holes in the zone, and he was just a quarterback's best friend. He gets open. He caught the ball a ton in college. I don't have it written down here. I don't think I have it written down how many catches he had or for yards and touchdowns, but he was like a reception machine. I was watching in his videos. But there's things he needs to improve. See, after it went like Kyle Pitts, the kid from Penn State, and then after that, the tight ends are all projects, in my opinion. So, but he was a big red zone guy. But some of his weaknesses, he's not very fast. I'll come right out and say he does not run fast. It seems like he struggles to block, struggles to separate from some big man coverage. But I saw him do great things in zone coverage, just finding openings. And that's what Travis Kelce does. Travis Kelce goes out there, finds openings in the zone, and gives Patrick Mahomes a guy to throw to. Absolutely. I'm not comparing him to Travis Kelce whatsoever, but I think with some tooling, he's got a good size, a good weight, and we know he's got reliable hands, can catch the football. So with some work, he can become a decent tight end.
Absolutely. And I literally wrote, my notes were very quick with them, and I use the same as that term that you use. I said the one area that goes ungraded here is this kid's ability to find an open space and be a check down option for the quarterback. I said he may be the quarterback's best friend. This guy, the number one thing, the only thing I really saw from him was find the opening in the zones, right? Constantly. Little, he would just keep his eye. He was literally that guy when he would keep his eyes basically on the quarterback and just turn around and make himself open. Here, I'm here. Give it to me. 4 yards. Just hit me. And that's why he was a reception machine.
Yeah,
and that's what Kelce does. I don't think it's when people say compare, like when you're making a comparison to Kelce, everyone wants to jump around. Oh, you're saying no, he's not. No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying that he uses something that we see in Travis Kelce's game that relates to Kelce. And that is something Kelce does. He makes himself available to Mahomes. Hunter Lawrence makes himself available to his quarterbacks. Now, again, I had Hunter Lawrence ranked as my 11th ranked tight end. The only thing I really saw him do, I mean, you saw my notes. They're literally 2 sentences alone. That was all I had written down for him. The only thing I saw him do was get open in the zone and be the check down option. I didn't see much else from him.
Looking at him, I see potential. I see a guy that doesn't drop the ball. He does not drop the football. He's got phenomenal hands. Most of the other tight ends in this draft don't have good hands. I'm going to be honest with you. I see a lot of guys with a lot of drops. I see a guy that could be huge in the red zone and give you 6-7 touchdowns in a season. And I see a guy that has the frame and strength to be a good blocker if coached correctly. And I think the Dolphins can coach him correctly, and he can become a starting tight end in this league if he wants to put the work in.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look, the number one thing is IQ. And if he's been able to find the opening in the zones in college and be able to just be that check down option, Mike, I always say this over and over again. 3 yards will win you a football game. This guy's able to give that quarterback 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yards on a check down. I'll take it all day. Take it all day. And if he can do that, the other things are fine. It's just like these guys like Hunter Renfrow or these people that are Julian Edelman all those years, Travis Kelce, guys that just are, opportunists almost. Get open, find the zone, check down, hit me. Those are the guys that can be special. It's not that they're the most talented guys in the world. It's that they're smart and they use their brains. And I think that Hunter Long could be that guy. I gave it a C-. He's my 11th ranked prospect. That does not mean that he can't use his brain and use what's good. See, the thing is, when we put these strengths and weaknesses, right, on the board, and I got like one strength. I don't really have many weaknesses. I don't have a lot. Like this guy is like even, right? But I do have one strength for him, and it's that he's a great check down and uses his brain, right? Now, if he just uses that thing to the best of his ability, he can be a really good football player. He doesn't need to be super fast or super strong or go up and catch it over 3 guys and have great strong hands and contact. If he can just be smart, he can be a really special player. So when we do this, right, and we rank these guys, I do strengths and I do weaknesses, and I say, all right, well, this guy's better because he has more strengths and weaknesses. But if they are willing to just use what they got and do that really well, they can be super special. And that's something Hunter Long can do. We can't really predict that. That's just something that this guy may be able to have. Do you have anything else on Larnell Coleman?
I don't know him or
Garrett Stokes. No. Neither. All right, so that's all. All right, Mike, our annual once a video team grade. I think for the first time, maybe the second time, we're actually going to have a different grade on this one.
We may. Mine would be higher. I'll tell you this. It would be higher if you went differently in the first round. I'm a big fan of Jalen Phillips. I'm a big fan of Javon Holland. I love the tackle out of Notre Dame. I even like Hunter Long. The first round pick puts it down a little bit. Miami, I'm giving you guys a B. I think it's a good draft, but I think you could have improved potentially. And not improved, but I was not a huge fan of Jalen Waddle with the 6th pick. So I'm going to give you a B.
I was between a B- and a B. It was leaning towards a B, but since you said B, I'm going to go, no. I have written down B-, but it wasn't between. It was more towards a B. But when I was looking at these other teams that I gave a B, this team's not deserving of a B. And the reason why is exactly what you just said. I mean, you look at their picks. Jalen Waddle, wasn't a huge fan. Jalen Phillips, big fan. Right? Javon Holland, big fan. I still think that they took him over Merritt. I think I would have went with Merritt. But honestly, Javon Holland might be a better scheme fit for them. Liam Eichenberg, amazing pick. Hunter Long, I wasn't a huge fan of that pick. And again, I'm just going to give him a B-. Between Waddle and the Hunter Long, I feel like there were some more tight ends on the board that they could have went with at that time. Overall, pretty solid draft. Miami, you're right there. You're knocking on the door of the playoffs. We'll see what happens. You don't have a relief pitcher now in Ryan Fitzpatrick, so you got to play your starter the entire time. And Tua Tagovailoa or we're just going to stay with Tua. Look, Miami, I wish you the best. Brian Flores, been a great coach to this point. I'm excited. What do you think, Mike? Anything else about the draft?
This defense excites me. Adding Javon Holland in this defense, I'm excited. I am excited to see.
And Jalen Phillips.
And Jalen Phillips. I'm excited to sit down and watch the Dolphins play defense. Offensively, you got some decisions you need to make. I think you should commit more to the run game, personally. But we're about to see what Tua can do. I don't necessarily think Tua is a bad player. I think he's getting over a serious injury, and now he has weapons, so I don't want to hear any complaining.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, Miami fans, if you guys want to see our coaching grades and all the debates and where we rank Miami for this season and the standings and everything, be sure to leave a like, subscribe. That's coming up soon. We'll see you guys soon. Peace. We are
Built Better.
See you guys soon. Peace.